Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, to Season 3 of the Blind Alley Podcast. My name is Stephen Downey.
And I'm Ross Flaherty.
And we will be your hosts for this evening. It's nice to be back.
It's good to be back.
Long
break.
Is it good to be back?
Oh, it's good to be back.
We set up a lot of equipment here.
It's a lot of effort to be back.
It's a lot of effort to be back. Yeah. If you've gone to our Instagram or our YouTube recently, you can see that we've been putting a lot of effort into stuff.
Yeah.
We're filmmakers. We should be putting effort into stuff.
Exactly.
We started a podcast. We both love photography. We love video. We started a podcast.
Yeah.
A visual.
But now we have our YouTube channel.
We have a YouTube
Productions.
Yeah. Anyway.
Go and bloody subscribe to it there now.
Yeah. BAP. BAP.
Pause this podcast. Open up YouTube.
If you're listening on Spotify, you can just still open up on YouTube, can't you?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah,
you don't have to pause this at all.
No. Cool. Yeah. Follow us. It's annoying on Instagram, so we have our little videos and it says link in bio, which means that it's the link to our YouTube is in the biography of our Instagram. It's weird calling it a biography. My personal biography on my Instagram profile. But if you click it, it brings you to YouTube via like your fucking browser. And so it may ask you to sign in. It doesn't open it via the app.
It brings you to... Oh, it opens it... I don't know. It's just fucking weird.
Slip.
It doesn't...
So just search for Blind Alley Podcast on YouTube. We have more subscribers. We have more subscribers than the fucking other Blind Alley Productions, which is some shitty... Was it a documentary team?
I don't know. Yeah, there's another channel called Blind Alley Productions on YouTube. And there's one video up and it's just two lads who work as movers and they're just having a chat.
We thought it was like a satire, like a fucking Office or something initially. They're just talking shite, like absolute shit. I mean, fuck. People in glass houses, right? But just talking absolute nonsense. Irish fellas.
Yeah. Movers.
Salt of the earth.
Movers and goers and shifters.
I feel like it won't be long for salt of the earth is like a slur. Like, what the fuck do you mean salt of the earth? I'm the pepper of the earth, motherfucker. Spicier. So, what have you been up to since last episode?
Feck all.
Yeah, me too.
No, lots, but like we don't need. There's so much time has passed between.
Yeah, it's not really worth getting into.
The last episode we uploaded and this one that there's no point in getting into it all.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't need to know.
They don't want to know. More than they don't need to know.
Oh, they fucking would love to know, man.
Well, you've moved several houses.
The things I could tell.
We're living together now.
We are, yes.
Which is great because because we're both collaborative in a lot of operations. So it's easy when you're living.
Exactly.
We're sharing a wall.
Yeah.
Very thin wall.
COVID make it to the right pain in the arse if you're living together to do all this stuff.
Yeah, do all of what stuff for us. This is it now.
Listen. We have a lot. We
have a lot.
We have a lot.
See, the thing is about us, since day one, basically, we've been recording a video on all of these.
Yeah.
For some reason, we just couldn't be bothered to upload the full things. If you're on our Instagram, you know we edit our little clips together and people like them. So we just said, fuck it, I might as well just use the rest of that sweet footage. Most of it just over Zoom, unfortunately, but fucking, you take what you get.
Yeah.
And now we're shooting two nice big Fuji cameras. Yep. Shooting us both. It's all going to be on YouTube if you prefer to. Because I know some people, for me personally, I don't mind listening to podcasts on Google Podcasts or Spotify if you're on a train or a bus or whatever. But some people, they use podcasts as something to watch. Like they'll watch podcasts the same way they watch like an episode of Friends or The Office or something. And if that's
I also think it's nice to just, if you have the full thing on YouTube, you can just open up another tab if you're working away, and maybe you can flick over and have a little look at our lovely little faces.
Because it's nice if we have like a spontaneous reaction to something.
Yeah,
for laughing like.
We're having a good old giggle.
Then you can just kind of like tab over and you can see us having a little giggle, and it's nice. See our handsome faces here and there, and there and here. Ross is editing the video for this. Oh no, I am. Piss on a stick. Here's the other thing I thought was funny.
Yeah.
How fucking organised we are.
Very.
Ladies and
gentlemen, the most organised we've ever
boys
been.
And girls, if you could see the fucking spreadsheets we unironically made to schedule the shit we're doing in the future.
Some very sexy spreadsheets.
Which
has everything.
In Google Sheets, mind you, not Excel. Which
we should have done it in Excel.
To my own fucking I was hoisted by my own confident petard, because I thought Google Sheets would be great, but I mean, to be fair, it just takes a bit of getting used to. But yeah, sexy little spreadsheets.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll add to them more.
Yes, there will be
in the coming production cycle.
Yeah, there'll be some new exciting stuff coming to our YouTube channel.
You have some things in the oven, so to speak.
Yet to be released show,
DVD.
which we're not announcing yet. But,
yeah. We're excited.
We're excited. We hope you are too.
Is it too much to say that it's Ross centric?
Okay, we can say that, but no more.
No more.
Yeah. I'm presenting this.
People are going to be a lot more excited for it if it's your thing, and I'm just like a personality on the side. I'm excited for that aspect of it. I can't wait to not be involved in this too much. I'm going to carry this shit for you, with you. The equipment, not the show.
Yeah.
Carrying this show for us.
Whoa.
I'm just joshing.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm not. I'm just joshing.
Yeah. No.
I'm not.
Yeah, we are.
It's just that. But yeah, this is a podcast.
It is.
If this is your first time tuning in, why?
What? No, do not say that.
It's weird to get this far in the podcast and not know who we are. I'm Steve.
But you're I don't know, new listeners all the time.
Hopefully,
coming from up and down the country.
Have you started listening to a podcast recently?
No, but I need to start listening to the Deacons podcast.
Oh yes, Roger Deakins, the cinematographer. I was listening to one of his that podcast recently. He got a color scientist on. And you think you know about colour science? I think I know a little bit about colour science. I think,
I know a tiny amount about colour science.
You're going to be humbled by this. This fucker is talking shit. It was a colour scientist that Deakins worked with, because Deakins shot on film for a lot, and they were trying to get, basically, I can't remember what movie it was for, but they were trying to get like an accurate representation of what would be shown on cinema screens kind of on the day when they were shooting film.
Yeah, okay.
So they came to this guy, and man, I didn't know colours were that complicated in terms of displays and all this bullshit. Yeah. I knew they were complicated, but fuck me, this guy goes into... He's spouting out terms that Deakins is like, what are you talking about? And this guy knows the shit. So yeah, you should listen to that one and tell me what you think.
Absolutely. I think their most recent episode they had DP Bradford Young on it.
Yeah, they're
which
more...
I'd be excited to see, because he shot a rhino.
Yes, right.
Among other things.
A couple of episodes in, they just transitioned to basically doing full interviews with people, which I don't know if I prefer or not. Because you see the first...
I'll start listening from the start.
Because you see the first couple of episodes, and it's like the title is like lenses or lighting or color, and you're like, okay. I'm interested in lenses. I'm interested in what his take on lenses are.
Yeah.
So you click that episode, but talking about specific DPs or whatever, directors.
I don't know. I don't know.
If you have if you know the director and you know their work, I guess if you see he's interviewing someone, you might look them up and see a movie they're shot or whatever, and then you watch the movie and then you're more interested.
Yeah.
Amelie, for example.
Yeah.
Great.
I've yet to watch Amelie. Remember the time I promised I'd watch Amelie?
Yeah.
I will watch Amelie.
I watched the fucking platform for you for some reason. You still don't know what language it's in. Is it Italian or Spanish?
I can't remember.
It's Italian. Yeah, anyway, we're gone off topic.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Oh, imagine that.
That happens here. For those who don't know, we go off topic here quite a lot. But yeah, it's been a wild couple of months.
Yeah, but we've lots coming. Lots to do.
Lots coming, lots to do. So much to do.
So much to do.
Fuck me. But we're organised and we're prepared.
We are.
Ross, I have a hypothetical question for you.
Yeah.
I was going to save this. I was going to have a bit more banter with you, but I'm just so curious to see what you think is hypothetical question. Okay, I can't remember specifically, but the fucking gist of it is, I give you
better get this specific.
10 million euros.
Okay.
In the palm of your bank account.
Whatever. Yes, 10 million
right now.
Yeah.
But for the rest of your life, there's going to be a snail chasing you down. If the snail touches you, you die instantly.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, actually, no. I haven't discussed this with you before. I've discussed this with Beth before, actually.
Oh, perfect. Okay, Bethany Pwim, our mutual friend.
She'll be on the podcast.
She'll be on the podcast and punch you hopes.
No promises.
No promises. Sorry, Beth, no promises. She's not going to be listening. If she knows what this reference, it'll up your chances of being on the podcast in the future because you've listened to the episode. But yeah. So he can't be stopped. He can't be killed. There's snail, that is. Mm-hmm. Do you take the 10 million?
See, okay, the thing with this is, right, it's not a simple answer here because and now, look, I know people are going to get annoyed at me for saying this, but look, the thing with hypotheticals is, if you want to think about it realistically, as if this is actually happening, You have to talk about specifics.
Um,
And
specific-
most hypotheticals do not take specifics into
Specifics
account.
are, let's say it can just travel through water. It doesn't go. It travels on water. Okay, so it doesn't go to
Yeah.
the depth. So if you go from America to Ireland,
But here's the thing, right?
it glides along.
Here's the thing. Can I have a tracker on it?
You can you can pay someone to watch it.
Can I have like a GPS tracker on it so I know where it is at any point in time?
You want to? Yeah, you can if you want. What if the tracker fails though? What if the tracker it dies one day and you can't fucking find a snail again? You can do whatever you want. Someone calculated on TikTok, that it would take approximately 15 years for the snail to get from one side of the state to the other side. But that was assuming that the snail is doing it by himself. He said that this snail could, if this snail is as intelligent enough to just track you down as quickly as possible, it could easily hop on a fucking plane.
Yeah.
And then what do you do? 10 million, you going to take it or not?
I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it.
I feel like you could pay. I feel like if you put half that into like a stock, like S&P, like an index fund.
See, the thing is, you're
You
never
could
not going to be thinking of that snail.
But you could pay a salaried employee. You could pay someone a salary to watch that fucker for the rest of your life, just off the money from the investments, and then hope to God that he's not lying to you, or hope to God that like he doesn't fucking pick up the snail and throw it at you someday just to take all the money, or something, some bullshit Game of Thrones stuff. You write him to his will. Yeah, it's an interesting thought. 10 million euro. You could just travel the world for the rest of your life and hope to... Like, when was the last time you came across a snail?
I don't know, actually.
I remember seeing a snail recently. And I specifically thought, geez, I haven't seen a snail in ages. And, like, I'd take the money. Fuck that. And look at... If sleeping is going to be tough.
Yeah. How are you going to... Like, the rest of your life is a long fucking time, I hope. Right?
I know.
Yeah, touch wood. So... There's no day that you're going to forget about that snail. You're going to be aware, like, okay, let's say, you're off and you're
surfing and
you're off in the
Australia,
Canaries or whatever,
coral reef, Great Barrier Reef.
You're still going to be. Oh.
But like, then I'd rather be petrified for 10 years, rich as fuck, and then die than just like earning a normal salary, living a normal life for 50 years.
Oh, I'd prefer the latter much more.
I don't know. You can do a lot. Like, I don't think it'll kill me. I don't think it'll kill me. With that guy on it and just never fucking seeing snails. Yeah, but if he's tracking you down, though, that's the thing. Normal snails aren't tracking me down, I hope.
Yeah.
Just cover yourself in salt all the time. He'll never touch you. I don't know. It's interesting. Listeners,
but salt isn't going to make a difference. It's hypothetical. It can travel to anything. It's not phased by that.
Yeah,
it's just the point.
It's a Terminator.
I suppose the main point is that it's something traveling at the speed of a snail that will kill you if you touch it.
Yeah, that's a lot scarier. If you're imagining it as not a snail, but like just an orb.
Yeah.
That just slowly gliding the rate of a snail.
Yeah.
It's a lot scarier.
And it doesn't care what it goes through. It just goes through everything.
Can you imagine how petrified you'd be if... Imagine like the close... This could be a good short film. Imagine like you just like he's... I'm going through my day, I'm doing some fucking millionaire stuff. And
the protagonist.
The protagonist. Fuck off, Christopher Nolan. For those of you who don't know. In Tenet. Not Tenant.
Yes.
Tenet. It's a palindrome.
Tenet.
I don't know why it's a palindrome. Shouldn't his other one have been a palindrome?
Which one?
This is his first one with Guy Pearce. Memento. Have you seen Memento?
I haven't watched Memento yet.
Okay. Anyway, Tenet, the protagonist's name is the protagonist.
Yeah.
John David Washington? Denzel Washington's son.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he didn't want anyone to know because he thought he'd get favors in Hollywood. But yeah, it's Denzel Washington's son.
Cool.
Now he's made it.
The only thing I saw him before Tenet was Black Klansman.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, he's great in that as well. Anyway, me, the protagonist. Imagine, okay, I'm just lying down on a beach or inside my pool in like my private villa in Italy.
Sure, yeah.
And then I'm just like something, I just hear something and I sit up and the fucking snail is coming towards me.
Yes.
You just run away. Like that. It's like a close call and you're not dead and you're still a multi-millionaire. But like, you're just like, okay, I have to pack my bags and get the fuck out of here.
You were inches from death.
Inches from death, but still a millionaire. You're inches from death every time you cross the road, Ross. One car could just fucking clip you dead.
Yeah, but
Not a snail. Anyway, yeah, listeners, message us on Instagram. Tell me what you think. I'm genuinely interested. What do you think?
Yeah.
Someone's gonna come up with a cheeky like, "Oh, I'm gonna live in a tower that the snail's getting to you."
Yeah. There's no way of preventing the snail's path.
Yeah, this snail is hunting you down. You just pay a fucking team of people.
I think if you went ahead and took the money, right, number one, you need to know where the snail is at all
times. Yeah, and that's the other thing.
Times.
That's the other thing I'm thinking. Every single morning for the rest of your life, you're basically checking your email to see if this salaried employee you have is like emailed you the location to snail. It's like, yeah, he's in Kentucky.
Yeah.
He's hopped on a fucking plane. Yeah, then the salaried guy is going to go to sleep someday. You have to hire like a team of people to work 24/7 to keep an eye on this fucking
Exactly, because the person you're paying has to sleep.
I still feel like you could just put that money, like half your 10 million in the bank and pay them off the investments.
Probably.
What's 10% of 10 million? 100k? You pay 2 people 50k a year. Oh no, it's 1 million. 10%? No, it's that.
Oh yeah, 10% is a 10.
You're just knocking a zero off.
So yeah,
$1 million, you could pay 500k to a team of people, or yeah, you're grand like. Just hire a team of people and trust them. Oh, imagine your job is to watch a snail for a millionaire. That's like the B plot of the movie. There's just a fucking team of people like, what the fuck are we doing with our lives?
Yeah, they're just watching the snail. But what the hell happens if... Sure, maybe they're very good at the job. Maybe hire the best team, the best snail watching team in the bloody... See, here's the thing, right?
Yes.
You have this team of professionals, whatever, you pay them to follow around.
Yes.
You're trusting these people with your life.
That was the thing I was worried about.
And what if they... I don't know. There's this snail.
$10 million.
This snail ends up with a group of snails, and
oh fuck! He's transferring this weird anti-Stephen disease.
And no. So you this crowd of snails just sliming around the place, and one of them is the death snail, and they're trying to keep track of it.
Oh man! And you have to keep track of 10 snails. That's a fucking smart snail if it does that.
Or you see, like, can they put some Tipex on it?
No, yeah. Hey, do you know a story about that?
Yeah, I told you about that.
Did we tell the podcast?
Oh, I don't know.
Is there worth telling the podcast?
Sure.
You can tell
We've
them.
brought it up now.
I thought it was horribly... no, it's a fun story. Just ask it.
Oh, no, just someone I know where I grew up who would... He puts little markings of dates and Tipex on snail shells, like when he sees them, and then he can get an estimate of like when he sees them again or whatever in his garden of how long they've been around.
You should ask this fucker this question. He
stuff.
seems to spot snails often. How often can you, unless you like growing cabbage or something, how often do you see a snail?
In fairness, in my garden down in Waterford now, we'd lots of snails. In fact, the parentals would pay us. I don't know how much it was, but they had a rate per snail that they'd pay
What's
us.
RPS? What's the RPS like in Waterford?
Waterford, to take a snail, especially because we had vegetables and stuff there. So to take a snail and lob it into the field behind our house, there was a going rate per snail.
That's great.
I can't remember what it was.
That's funny. It's like
it could be like 10 cents a
it's
snail.
Like the really culture equivalent of collecting golf balls on a golf course. Just fuck snails from the garden to someone else's fucking garden.
Just fuck them into the field.
Anyway, I'd take the money and just hope to God. Look, at the end of the day, if that snail gets to me, with basically all the resources in the world that I have, if that snail gets to me, I kind of deserve it. Its will has fucking vanquished mine, and I deserve death by snail. Speaking of death by something, XYZ, I saw a thing last night, like read dark history facts.
Okay.
Do you know Robespierre, Maximilien Robespierre?
No.
He was one of the rich fuckers who got beheaded during the French Revolution.
Okay.
Apparently he was so petrified of getting executed that he tried to shoot himself, but all he did was blow his jaw off. So they, stitched him back up, or he taped it back up or whatever at the time, went to the guillotine, and then I think they said that the executioner tore the jaw off, and then pulled the thing, cut his head off. Pretty fucked. Wow. Why did I say that?
That's awful.
Yeah, I deserve that. Anyway, Blindly Productions. Do you wanna brainstorm? Do you wanna storm some brain? So you have a very exciting project, hopefully in the pipeline.
Yes.
What could old Stevie D do?
What could old Stevie D do?
What could old Stevie D do?
Any viewer suggestions are welcome, but may not be appreciated.
Let's keep it PG to an extent. I'm not doing OnlyFans.
I wasn't going to say that, but
maybe
now that you mentioned
someday. Plan on the OnlyFans.
Oh.
Sad thing is, it'll make more money than this fucking podcast ever will. If one person subscribed to it, it only takes it only takes earning money in something to become like a professional at it, right? So if we earn like a cent from this podcast, we'd be professional podcasters. But if one person subscribed to our OnlyFans, in theory, we'd be professional models. What the fuck are OnlyFans people?
It is a form of modelling, I suppose.
So what could CBD do? Thing is, I have a lot of this similar, like maybe hobbies as you do in terms of like photography and filmmaking. And your thing, well, it's not going to be a weekly thing.
No, I'd estimate maybe monthly.
Yeah. So
because it's going to take
there's production value,
quite a bit of effort, to shoot it and edit it and everything, and it might be pick up shots and stuff like that has to be done. Yeah,
you're putting effort into it.
So yeah,
it's not just gonna like set up mics and talk for an hour. It's like
even though this episode has been a lot more effort than we thought it would be.
This is. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to vent?
Okay, I'm just really quickly. I'm just going to briefly mention that up until this point in the podcast, we have had so many issues. Well, the equipment.
The equipment has had so many issues. One piece of equipment, two pieces, kind of.
Well, I don't know.
That one over there. You can point at the camera.
The camera that's on me.
You
just kept on
this camera I'm pointing at. If you're listening to this, you're fucking missing out. I told you we had a segment in mind that's mostly visual, but I said it might be fucking over people just like listening to the podcast.
Yeah, it is a podcast.
Just right now, this camera, the one I'm pointing at, you're doing great.
This one kept on shutting off after like a minute or something. I don't know what it was. I looked up online. Possibly it could have been batteries. We updated the firmware. It could have been SD cards.
Lens. I don't know. It was a lens at one point. You're using like an automatic lens.
Because I was using your Fuji lens and
the funny thing is, this one XT3, the Fujifilm XT3, is like it's like 2 levels more fucking advanced than my one. Yeah. Are you shooting in 4K now?
No, no, it's working at 1080. It wasn't in 4K. But I've shot plenty of 4K on that camera before. It's all worked fine.
Yeah, I have no idea what's wrong with it. And it's working fine now.
Maybe it's the SD cards. I have no idea.
I remember it was 3:15. It was 15:15, and I said, it's because the world just wanted us to start recording now. Because we were troubleshooting at that point. We were like, it seems to be working now.
Yeah.
It's now 4:30. And we were like... like half an hour into this podcast?
Yeah.
We spent I'd say a solid hour just troubleshooting aside from setting up the equipment.
Yeah. And then I had some weird audio issue, which possibly turned out to be, it could have been a bit of dirt on the headphone jack.
The jack, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. You should really jack off your jack. Get the dust off it and then pop it in as you are to do. And then it'll work fine. Jack off before you pop it in, it'll work fine.
That's
speechless. I've left him speechless. Anyway,
I don't think that's good advice in any situation, including this jack.
Especially this, if anything. I got dirty grease all over it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So what can Stephen do?
So many things. The possibilities are endless.
Stand-up gigs. Just cross that off. Right away. Fuck that. And then after that, cross the OnlyFans.
There's some guy in a car looking through the window at me.
Oh, well, give him a little wave.
He's gone.
Hello,
now.
sir.
He's gone now.
How's she cutting? I was thinking, I don't mind like just brainstorming on the pod. I don't care if it's secret or not. I was thinking like photo walks. Could we both like walking around taking photos? I was thinking we could do a thing where I say I, you don't have to like, you can come along for the walk or whatever. But just go around, take a photo, say why I took this photo, what caught me about it, and then bring it from that to editing to posting, and just what goes.
Could be an idea.
Could be an idea, yeah. See what people think. See people think like all these people on like TikTok or Instagram, whatever, and they buy big expensive cameras and expect the photos to look gorgeous.
Yeah.
When like the camera is the base level.
Yeah.
it's a lot more goes into it than just buying a nice camera.
Yeah.
That being said, Sony Alphas have a distinct look to them. Even when it goes through editing, you can tell when it's like an alpha photo. I don't know why, but you can. But yeah, photo walks, photo talks. You think that's viable?
Could be.
Also, I was thinking, I like video games. That's so much easier to produce. You can pump out a video game episode a fucking day, whereas your thing is a monthly thing.
Yeah.
So I want to put as much time into production as not like equal, but getting close to what you're going to do for yours.
Right.
As opposed to just like having like, fucking 2 Blind Alley videos a week or whatever it is, and then every other day it's a Steven video, and then once a month Ross video. Doesn't seem fair. So I don't know. We also don't want to spam the feed.
No.
The YouTube feed.
No, but it's nice to have a couple of things going on that aren't the podcast on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Now that we have that up and running.
Yeah, clips. I think clips are going to be the big thing. Like 4 or 5, like between 3 and 10 minute clips. People are going to eat them up. Because if you're like, just kind of, there's a lot of time in the middle of the day. This is the annoying thing with these CEOs who put up like schedules. They're like, okay, I'll get up at 8 o'clock, and then from 8 to 9 doing this, 9 to 10 doing that, 10 to 11 doing that. When in reality, there's a lot of fucking shit you don't factor in, like in between those little hour marks that you also need to factor in.
Yeah.
And those times, if you're idle, if it's a little break of yours, just pop on a Blind Alley vid. There's 5 minutes where boys are bantering about something.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what that's going to be for this episode. just all the outtakes of Ross getting fucking frustrated with the camera.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, leave your suggestions down below in the comment section below.
Yes, actually, because it'll be on YouTube.
Comment, rate, subscribe. People don't say that anymore. Back in my day.
Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification.
Whap that fucking bell icon.
So you get notified every time we upload
Put on a
video.
pair of boxing gloves, wrap them in barbed wire, and fucking beat the shit out of that bell icon. Laddies and gentlemen. Fucking hate YouTubers. Smack that like button. Don't smack it. Just click the fucking thing with your mouse, you dumb bastards. Smack that motherfucking like button. Ah, shut up. Peter McKinnon, bastard.
Hey.
Yeah. Anyway, anything else you want to chat about?
Oh, I really don't know.
I can tell you're frustrated still at your little guy.
I'm still
Do you
frustrated.
want to vent?
There's nothing more to say.
No, you said a lot off camera.
Yeah.
Just a lot of fucking blinding and ironic place to do it. Blinding Alley podcast. Shouting and blinding. Yeah, I don't know. What can we...
I am currently wearing a lav mic for any of you attentive
Watchers.
viewers on our YouTube channel. And it's just because you got a lav mic. I say new lav mic. I've never had a lav mic before.
Lav mic. It's a new lav mic though.
Yeah. It is.
It's a technically you bought.
It is. Anyway, so just testing it out. So I've been wearing it for the past couple of hours.
Nice. Are you going to bother? Maybe you can switch to your lav audio right now. Or are you going to bother editing that in?
Sure. I mightn't bother. I mightn't bother.
I was going to say seashells by the... Or she sells seashells by the seashore.
She sells
Really-
seashells by the seashore.
Really nice tongue twister for me to say a big dirty lisp.
You don't. You keep on saying you have a big dirty lisp, but you really don't.
I'm not a fan of it.
I think you're the only person who notices
Did I
that.
tell this to you recently that Sally, is it Sally? Sells seashells by the seashore?
I think Sally is doing
Why?
the selling.
Why is she selling seashells by the seashore?
I think that may be part of the thing.
Yeah, but literally sell them anywhere else.
Yeah,
And you'll make a lot more money.
yeah. But it might just be part of the thing.
What about, what was it? Somebody picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Is it Peter?
Peter picked a peck of pickled peppers?
Something like that.
What about Betty?
What did Betty do?
She bought a bit of butter,
Oh, did she?
but the bit of butter Betty bought was bitter. So she bought a better bit of butter.
Oh, nice.
I know that.
Yeah, I've heard
It's
of that.
fucking
Already,
people.
yeah.
And Mary had a little lamb, that's it. It's by the snow.
That's just not how tongue does.
No, I think it's different. It's people.
Did it
you know?
right? Mary.
It's people doing
Well,
stuff.
Jack and Jill and their hill.
Fetching what? Pail of water.
Yeah.
Jack fell down and broke his crown. Fucking Jill. You'll never guess what Jill done. She came stumbling after. Stupid bitch. Did you not see what your brother just did? He was fucking tripped. He tripped and broke his crown. And she came stumbling like a tit after her.
Tumbling, I think you mean, but sure. I'm sure he
Jill
was
came-
stumbling.
She tumbled in the jungle. What about movie reviews? Is my opinion worth anything to bother doing a movie review? You see all these people doing movie analysis, what are they called? Video essays.
Yeah.
That are very well done.
Yes.
That takes a lot of. The production value is high, but not because of stuff being shot, rather like
The
editing
content.
and like writing it out and stuff.
Yeah.
It probably suits me better anyway, because I prefer writing than fucking around with.
But would you be
settings.
confident doing something like that?
No, I don't think I have the. But like, it's
I feel like
it's so
you
subjective.
really need to. I don't know. It depends what you're talking
But
about.
what is knowing your shit in like a subjective medium? Like you find these people, these like gallery docents, like people who go to galleries and have the right opinions about art. Like, what is the right opinion? Unless we're talking about stuff that's purely technical, like, oh, the lighting in this movie is fantastic.
Yeah.
But even then, it's fucking. You can have a movie that's completely blown out, and someone might be like, oh, it signifies blinding light of religion in Peter's eyes or something bullshit like that. You can find ways to justify any subjective creative decision. So what the fuck is the point of a video essay? It's just a really nicely way put of
commentary on it.
On their opinions, on the movie.
Yeah.
In which case, perfect for me because I have a lot of opinions about stuff.
Stuff.
Maybe that's viable. What about you? Movie reviews. Have you watched anything recently worth reviewing?
Oh,
Good,
nothing
right?
recently worth viewing. I did see. I think it wasn't last night. Maybe it was the night before. I was lying in bed there. I was like, "There's some light-hearted comedy I could watch now," you know.
Mm.
And I ended up watching the Bill and Ted that came out. The newer Bill and Ted that came out. I don't know.
Yeah.
The end of last year, this year. I don't know when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
The end of last year, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, I never saw the first Bill and Ted film.
2 of them, I think.
Were there?
And this one is Bill and Ted 3.
Oh, okay. Anyway, never seen the other ones. But regardless, I just found it. I just didn't think it was great at all.
No.
And the acting was just fucking. I was just a bit weird and OTT and sort of cringy, American-y kind of. I don't know what.
I'm
I don't know
guessing.
how to describe it.
I haven't seen the third one, but I've seen the first 2
Okay.
when I was young as well, or whatever. But they're very 90s, aren't they? Or even like late 80s with the. What the fuck is their expression? They have like an expression. They're like a very Calabunga-y kind of awesome, radical man kind of
But it's sort of
movies. So how are you
over the top, sort of. I don't know. It's just.
It's definitely not made for you. Less so even, or more so, but it's not really made for me. People in their 30s, like in America, have seen Bill and Ted when they came out initially.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they came out in the fucking... Hang on, we have the internet. Oh, we don't, because I put mine on flight mode, so it wouldn't interfere with anything.
Yeah, but that wasn't the problem anyway.
That wasn't the problem
apparently,
anyway. We've troubleshooted a lot, ladies and gentle farts. I mean, could you do a video essay on why a movie's bad?
You could.
Pretty fucking bad-hearted of you, but I mean, you could.
I wouldn't waste my time. I think that would be a waste of my time.
Yeah.
I'm not going to... I mean, listen, this is your idea anyway, not mine, but...
I do like being angry and negative. That's not true. I like being positive. So fucking few opportunities to do it.
Aww.
We watched, we would also, myself and my significant other, were also looking for a light-hearted movie to watch, and we settled on Yes Man.
Oh, yeah, I kind of like that.
It was a movie that I had on my iPod Touch. So I had seen it maybe about 112 times. But, you know, I watched it 113th. Still has code. I was a yes man myself on the day.
That's Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey and Zoe Deschanel.
Not a big fan of his now.
You don't like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Moon?
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I watched
next week.
whatchamacallit not that long ago.
Number 23.
The one where he's like on TV or whatever.
Truman Show.
Yeah,
you didn't like that?
I didn't like that.
People, to be fair, I think it's a very good movie, but people are really sucking it recently. Like saying it's the fucking greatest fucking film ever made. Maybe it's because it's a generation who've never seen it, who are growing up with cameras surrounding them 24/7, and like the generation who grew up with Big Brother and Keeping Up with Kardashians are now seeing this movie that's based around filming every second of a man's life. I guess they think it's a crazy idea. So maybe they're liking it a lot more. I think it's a good movie, but
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a big fan of Jim Carrey's.
The annoying thing for me is on TikTok, I've refined my search to be a lot like film and cinema and like beautiful shots or best shots, and a lot of like top 10 shots ever or top 10 most beautiful movies ever, and they always show the same fucking one shot from the Truman Show at the very end where he bows. Yeah, it's a nice shot, but like the movie isn't that shot. There's a lot of gorgeous movies where every single shot is like a fucking painting.
Yes,
there's one shot in this one movie, and it's like most beautiful movie of all time. Fuck off, come on.
Yeah,
it's a nice movie, but fuck off.
Yeah.
I'd recommend Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I'll probably watch it.
It's one of my favorite movies, I'd say.
Okay.
I'd definitely put it in top 5.
Ooh, okay.
Very good. It's very good. Yeah.
Yes.
It might require a certain amount, Ross, from you now, coming from me, it might require a certain amount of like emotional intelligence and empathy. I don't know if you have that capacity for that kind of.
Wow. Come here, I'll fucking hit you.
No, it is very good. It's about this guy. I don't think it's a spoiler to say the synopsis is about this guy who's like trying to get rid of the memory of like his first love, kind of.
Okay.
And it's kind of sci-fi and very romantic. Yeah, I'd highly recommend.
Okay.
You can watch it after Amelie.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. You should also watch that. I'd be very interested to see what you think of the colour grade of Amelie more than anything else.
Yeah, no, I'll watch Amelie.
It's very fucking green.
Can't do it.
Do you know what else is very green?
What?
A certain YouTube video.
Go on.
We put up recently on our YouTube channel. Another plug.
It was a little sort of. It came about because first of all, we're going to have like a teaser up, sort of a teaser on Instagram for say our YouTube channel coming up and release of season 3, blah blah blah, that sort of thing. But then to work with our beautiful Instagram feed, we needed to turn that into 3 posts.
Yeah, because if you don't know the Instagram feed, if you scroll through it, it's like all in a nice line of like the cover art, and then sometimes animation, sometimes the conversation tree.
Yeah, but it's all in 3
videos. Yeah, it looks really good. It's not like all jumbled up. And to keep that, we need to put up like 3 teasers, basically.
Yeah.
We had 1 teaser shot already for a separate kind of project, I guess. Which we turned into like a Blind Alley trailer, basically.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's our trailer for the YouTube channel. It looks really good. It's us dancing in red and blue light, and it's really well edited, and we're a big fan of it.
We're a big fan of it.
A magnum opus of Blind Alley Productions so far.
Now, YouTube, of course, did its usual thing of
unfortunately
compressing the shit out of it, and it looks a bit worse than blocky. I think well, maybe if you have a new phone that has a 4K screen or whatever, the vast majority don't. No. But I think anyway on YouTube on your phone you probably can't go above 1080p. But if you're watching it on a desktop, even if you don't have a 4K monitor, I would recommend putting the setting on YouTube to 4K to watch it, because it will look better. Yeah. Because YouTube compresses these things so much.
Yeah, it's painful. It looks great on like your monitor upstairs. We edited it on.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
Before we uploaded it.
I know, right? Whatever. Nothing you can do about that. Yeah, it's YouTube doing their little stuff.
And there was some tweaks to settings and stuff that I needed to change to make it a bit better. We're not going back and re-uploading it, but I think future videos I'll know what to.
Yeah. So change. Anyway, we'd taken that. That was that was for a different thing. We shot that initially, and then we basically cannibalized it into 2 different Instagram posts. Yeah. Because we had something else for the 3rd one. Yeah. We had shot. Can we say this? Yeah. We had shot an episode of the podcast on these 2 cameras, but my camera fucked up this time.
It was out of focus.
The lens was just pulled out of focus, I think, during the course of the thing or whatever, or whatever we're setting up. So we had to scrap all that. So we had to go out and we shot this little thing of us just walking through a woods, stumbling across these magical camera and this magical film camera that can shoot video for some reason. And a microphone hooked up to Mother Earth herself. And then, just a nifty little thing. We shot and edited in a day. Yeah. Fucked up on Instagram. Put the thumbnails as the waiting is over. Mm-hmm. And it's up there now. I'm quite proud of it. Happy days.
It's on YouTube as well there, that little video. Which looks better because we had to... we didn't exclusively shoot it for Instagram, so there's one bit where you have to kind of keyframe pan.
Yeah, it was like a wide shot of both of us, but because of Instagram, it's like on a little phone that's vertical, we had to pan backwards and forwards. It just looks poor. So we fucked up their wide angle, lovely job on YouTube. Job's a good one. Not going to look at that footage ever again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to shoot stuff in the future.
Yeah. We've a lot scheduled to come
We
up.
have a lot scheduled. We have a lot more to maybe do. We might see us here and there. Hopefully we'll shoot just small stuff ourselves around. If we have like a nice idea, hopefully we won't try and nitpick so much. We'll just write it, shoot it, edit it, upload it. If there's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just go over to the YouTube, give it a little subscription. We're not going to inundate your inbox, and we have a lot more visual stuff coming in the future.
Yeah.
And with the podcast, expect guests.
Yep.
Expect drinking.
At some
I'm
point.
sure.
Not a drinking podcast, I'd like to remind
Not
the
a
viewers.
drinking podcast, but expect probably drinking at some point.
Yeah.
And more than anything, expect more than this. This is just a little intro. We're getting back into it. We're getting the gear. It's been a while.
Once we're back in the swing of things, it's going to be better content.
It's been a while.
You know,
it's a bit bumpy to start, but it's going to be good. And we're all just fucking technical difficulties. Yeah, I think if you're listening to Ross, I think somewhere near the middle of the snail conversation, like after that, you'll notice Ross's energy just plummet.
Yeah.
So that won't happen next week on the Blind Alley podcast.
Yeah.
I've been Stephen Downey.
I've been Russell Hardy.
Thanks for listening and watching.
Yeah, and watching.
We'll see you next week, hopefully.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.